Hey everyone, this is Cody.
And Sean.
This is the place to hear about the paranormal, the supernatural, and everything in between. Hey, what's up, Ghost fans? The New Reality here. I am here with always my partner in crime,
Sean Don Juan.
Don Juan. Uh-oh, watch how you say
Or
that.
Juan Hernandez.
One of the two. How about Sean?
All right, let's do Sean. Why not? Why not?
Hey, how's everybody doing? We got a great episode for you. Before we get into all that, go ahead and like us on all of our social media. You can head to our website at thenewreality11.com. That has all our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and, you know, where to find our podcast and YouTube and whatnots.
Are you freaking done yet, dude? I mean,
I'm done now.
Is this your show?
You know,
or is
I mean, yes. Geez, so impatient.
Well, it's probably, I learned it best from my everyday job.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Patience? There is no patience.
Well, patience is a virtue. That is what they tell me anyway.
Hey, do I look like a doctor to you? I have no patience.
So what are we talking about, Mr. No Patient?
Let's talk about, I don't know, let's talk about
Portals?
portholes and vortexes. Man.
Portholes or portals?
I didn't say cornholes. I said portholes.
No, but portals, right? Those things are crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Are they real,
absolutely.
or
You know, I played with Ouija boards. I'm kind of thinking, hey, there's some portholes that happen when you fucking fuck with those kind of things.
No, I like how you said that, portholes. I think we should, enunciate how we say it, or enunciate.
Portholes.
Yeah. But
Again,
no,
not cornholes.
yeah, portals. Now I can't stop saying it. Here, vortexes are a legit thing, right?
Absolutely. Have you ever been to Sedona?
I mean, only what, twice every year.
You know, we are running behind this year.
Yeah, we are. We need to get there.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Sedona, Arizona is a great place. That's where we started. That's where that's where I first started feeling energy. I know, right? Feeling energy. That's just weird.
Yeah,
you know.
What do you mean? Feel like is like feelings, nothing more than feelings.
No, but Sedona, Arizona is a great place. It's definitely a calling to go there. And, just for the tourists, there's a lot of cool-ass shit to look at.
Oh, shoot. Do you remember the first time we showed up there? You
Oh,
remember?
dude, it was like our hands were taking us on a freaking bus ride, right?
Well, remember, I can't stop thinking about the first crystal shop we went in. Like, we walked past it, and we're like, what the heck's going on with our hands?
Well, they started... Okay, so I'll tell the story real quick.
Tell the story, brother.
we get there, and it's me, my Uncle Tim, and Sean, and we're driving in this car like a bunch of idiots singing at the top of our lungs to, a band called Hands Like Houses, which is amazing. Go check them out. Whoop!
Fantastic.
Anyway, so we park, and immediately Sean and our hands start buzzing. I'm like, Sean, you feel this? Yeah, dude, I feel that, right?
Yeah.
And it seems to intensify when we get closer to this crystal shop. Well, we were all over the place because we love crystals and we're weird like that. So we start going in different crystal shops, and the buzzing would kind of subside, right? Until we got back out, and it would get, more prominent again. And we started getting closer, and we stop at this one crystal shop.
Yeah, what I recall was that one crystal shop. We walked past it because it intensified as we were going close to the entryway.
Yeah.
And then as we walked past it, we both
stopped.
looked at each other and we're like, yeah, we need to go in that place.
Well, we walk in there, and do you remember?
Yeah,
Tina's
I do.
all, "You're here." What?
We both looked at each other. Is this the fucking Twilight Zone?
Yeah. What are you talking about? We're here, weirdo. So no, but we met a really good friend, and she took us on, kind of the local tour, which is freaking awesome.
She actually, because we didn't know what we were gonna freaking do. I mean, we don't make plans. We're just like, we're gonna go to this place because something's gonna happen, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So she was like, well, this is where your guys are supposed to go. It's like she knew that we were supposed to go on this journey.
Right.
And it was just ridiculous, really, but you need to go to the shaman's cave, right? That was the first place.
Yeah, Shaman's Cave is...
Was it Grandma's
Grandma's Cave.
Grandma's Cave.
Yeah, Grandma's Cave. It's not even really a tourist attraction. It's off of a different
beaten path.
Yeah, it's off the beaten path, and it's off of a different trail.
I know it because it beat the shit out of my truck. Yeah. Yeah, remember
God,
what
make
happened?
it all the way about you. Here we go again.
Always about the damn truck. Well, it's still in the shop.
And by shop, he means my dad's house.
one day.
No, but Grandma's Cave, right? You remember that place?
Yeah. I remember what happened.
Do you remember the three of us being retarded and singing Into the Rock? Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that. But I remember even more so that storm came in.
Yes.
And we were inside the cave. And all of a sudden, I think it was Tim that was saying, when lightning hits the mountain, it still doesn't stop. But the cave, I'm like going, oh, great, we're all going to die.
No, but weren't we worried about like water too? Because we didn't bring water with us or something like that.
No, we didn't.
And this is the middle of summer.
Do I dare say, wasn't that when Tim said, oh, we don't need water? No, I think that was different. Never mind.
No, but a monsoon hit.
Yeah.
And, anybody who knows Arizona, it's known for their monsoons. And it hit, and it frickin' hit.
It came fast and hard.
Whoa,
easy.
It's going to be another conversation.
It's going to be one of those kind of weekends.
No, but that place was wonderful. Again, just the portholes there are insane, right? Now, was Grandma's Cave a porthole, or?
I don't think it was.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I think there's a lot of Native American energy there, because we actually saw what was left of what do they call that, hieroglyphics?
No, I think you said it right.
Yeah, there was a lot of cave art, if you will.
Right. That's the dumbed down version, cave art.
Yeah, cave art.
We saw that there, and there was a bunch of it, right?
Yeah, there was, and in that area there wasn't. So, but I think Shaman's Cave, which we ended up going at another date, right? And
correct. That was our last day there.
That place was crazy, and we did have a monsoon hit when we were there as well.
It literally hit all weekend. It was crazy. But I was the first time I went. Is that when I got attuned to Reiki, or was that it was the first time? It was the
first time. Yeah, like that was very significant.
Absolutely. She's all. I have to. Keep in mind, she's a Reiki master, and she's all kinds of other shit.
Yeah, shaman.
And she's all. I have to attune you to Reiki, and at the time, I've heard of Reiki. But I'm like, this shit ain't real. What the fuck talking about? What is this? But my hands, like, I couldn't deny the fact that what I was feeling was legit.
Yeah.
And she's all, I got to do this, and she didn't even charge. She's just like, I need to do this for you.
She knew. Like I said, we thought she was out of her mind because it was early.
She is out of her mind.
Yeah, she still is. But she knew that we were there for a reason, right? She knew that you were there to learn Reiki, and that's why you're a Reiki master now.
Yeah.
It was very relevant to your growth. It didn't happen to me. I got to witness it all. I got to hang out, but it wasn't for me because I understand that my energy's different. My healing is different. Mine's more shamanic. Which I just got some ink done, and my next.
Oh, here we go with the ink again.
I'm gonna keep it up, man, because it's your artist is fantastic, and she's gonna do my next piece, and we're gonna do a sleeve.
She's great, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. No, it looks really well. It's you.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I as far as what you saw in the first meditation, that encouraged me to do it more so. I mean, my house has nothing but lions in it.
Right.
Never really understood. I was just very drawn to lions. But then I understood that, all the things that I've been through in my life, it's been all about strength. It's been all about courage.
Absolutely.
So the lion's not roaring and acting like he's a king. He sits straight.
Well, he is a king. Have you seen Lion King?
He is. Yeah. It's not. This one doesn't look like a Lion King.
I think Simba is on your arm.
It's definitely Simba, but he's just sitting there like strong and solid and like he's just courage.
Well, it's who you are.
Right? Yeah.
How did we get into that conversation? I don't even know where that went.
It's probably because of the tattoo. But, but going back to Sedonia and like the Reiki attunement, like that man, that whole trip was crazy.
It was.
Like,
it was definitely a eye opener. It was definitely a new understanding for. Both of us, but a new understanding for me, definitely as far as diving into the spiritual world.
Right. It was like there's no room for nothing but spiritualism.
And there's no,
for us especially.
You can't even deny it. Like having the synchronicities that we had and still have. It's crazy.
It just it seemed like that was very prevalent, and it just continued for years and years and years. Did we meet Eleni?
That was a couple later times.
Yeah. So we've met like lifetime connections.
Yeah.
Like
Well, they were. You know what I think is they were all lessons for that time.
Right.
Or they were all experiences for that time.
Opportunity for growth.
Right.
And just again for our development of who we are.
Yes.
And again, we're not just the new reality and doing paranormal investigating. We're 100% spiritualists. We're embedded in spiritualism.
Right.
That's what causes us to be open to feel and go into a location and understand what we're dealing with.
Absolutely.
It all started
back in Sedona.
Sedona
was a life-changing event,
Absolutely.
if you will. So going back to portholes.
Cornhole.
So what's up with that? Or what is that in your mind? Because we all know the definition of it, but what is that? What does that mean to you?
A portal.
Right. No, cornhole.
Cornhole.
Oh, portal. Right.
Something that smells and. I think a portal. Do I dare say that we created one? Like I had a home in the high desert, and we had group once a week.
Okay, explain group.
Group is a meditation group.
Right.
Anywhere between 6 to 12 people, and we're all doing the same thing over and over again. We're doing a meditation. Sometimes I would guide it. Sometimes Brenda, God bless her soul, she passed, but she would guide it, and we would take people on journeys.
Well, the energy flowing, right?
Yeah, and you would see that energy go into a vortexual, if you will, direction.
So what do you think? Like, what do you think that is? So Sedona has their own portals, right?
Right.
They have little locations that are vortexes or portals or whatever you want to call them, freaking whirlwind of energy, which is essentially what they are.
Right.
But what do you think that they actually do, or what do you think that they're what's their purpose?
Well, so I think Sedona is it's a location where there's a lot of ley lines that come together.
Right.
And what I think is those ley lines, because of the energy and when they come together, they cause circular, if you will, like if you think about tornadoes, right? You've got a high and low pressure, and it creates a circular motion, right? So you're dealing with different frequencies of energy that come together, which they're not going to hit each other and just bounce off each other. They start circulating, right? They come into the circular motion, which I think is all like Earth type of energy that creates the vortex or portal. What happened in my house at the time was that we all had, we created that. That was human energies that created a portal.
It's a construct.
Right. Yeah, because we're all reaching for the same thing.
We had that intent.
Right. And that's to move energy.
So to bring it on the paranormal side, because we know where there's portals, there's freaking ghosts.
Yeah.
So why is that?
So obviously, when you do a portal, you open up something, right? And that allows different energies to come in and out.
Right.
I don't, the intention is not to open up something that allows energy to come in
demonic
and out.
freaking wormhole or what? No.
Well, if that's your intention, then so be it. So I want to say what we created was more of a
divine space.
Excuse me. If we're not, obviously when we made that portal, when you walk away from it, you don't have control anymore what you're dealing with that. So we weren't really aware of it because we were so young.
Correct.
In our spiritualism. What brought us to the intention, the understanding that we created it was when a mutual friend of ours came out from Ohio to teach us.
Wow, there's a portal here,
yeah,
right?
He walked in the front room. That was our first mediumship course. He came to my house in that location, and he goes, "Holy crap, there's a portal right here." And I was like, every time I would walk through that room, I would feel dizzy.
Yeah.
So
I remember that.
Yeah, and I was like, he said that, and it all made sense. Like, we opened something up. Well, then he also taught us that
how to close it.
Yeah, or just filter it, like, because you want to control what's going in and out of that. Which leads me to another thing. At my job, and again, I felt this Friday or Thursday. There's this location right in the middle of the shop floor. I get dizzy every time, and I know it's a portal.
Do you remember when you took me on your tour?
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped in that spot.
You did.
And I kind of went off balance, and you're all, did you just go off balance? And I'm all, yeah. He goes, that's the spot.
That's the spot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if somebody died there or
Right.
I don't know, because that building used to be Cabo Yachts, there were a lot of illegal aliens there. So
Cabo Yachts?
Yeah, it used to be Cabo Yachts in the middle of the desert.
Can you spell that?
Yeah, not right now. But
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, and again, it just reminded me again, because I was standing in there. We were having our morning meeting, and I'm
Right.
standing in the same location. And I'm like, whoa, but does he? And I looked over at my lead, because he's like totally interested in my understanding and everything. He says he's a skeptic, but he's constantly coming to me and asking me about how to. He's got a son that's very sensitive.
Right.
But so he gets more interested than he tends to want to admit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this stuff's amazing, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, you're talking to people and you're telling people you see these crazy stuff. You're telling people about portals and freaking vortexes and energy and ghosts, demons, goblins, whatever the hell you want to call them.
We're out of our mind.
How do you tell people this, right? Hey, what do you do for fun? Oh, well, I go hunt ghosts. And then I talk about it in a freaking garage in the dark. That's what I do.
That's what
What
I
do you do? Go see a movie?
Yeah.
You
the movies,
boring bastard.
They're boring. Come hang out with us and chase demons and goblins and shit.
Well, see, why do you bring demons into it, man?
and shadow figures, right? Hey, what's the other thing? Poltergeist?
There you go. We see that too, or angels, or
angels. I'm down with angels.
What haven't we seen? We egotistical motherfucker. No. No, but we've seen a lot, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's what I love. That's what I love about this is I love. I'm laughing at
craziness.
myself because what I just said, but no, I love what we've saw, and I don't think I would believe in half the shit that I do if we haven't seen the shit that we've seen. Does that make sense?
Yeah. My question to you is, why us? Like, why the frick?
It's
Think
part of
about
the
it.
path. It's part of our path, 100%. I think we freaking up in heaven or wherever the hell we were at. Hey, we're gonna come down to earth and we're gonna fucking hunt us.
We're going to fucking push the boundaries, and we're going to bring a new reality to everybody.
Let's play on words there. I see what you did.
Just so happens we're the new reality.
No, I agree. I think it's what we were meant to do and what we're meant to be, if you will.
It just blows my mind, because more so lately, and maybe I'm out of my mind, which more than likely I am.
Absolutely.
It seems like things are changing. Like, it's almost like there's this anticipation, like there's this building.
Something's coming.
Right.
Well,
like, I don't, that's my full senses. Like, the world seems to be chaotic, but I honestly believe it's building up to something.
You know what's crazy is I'm talking to more and more people, and they're more and more subjective or open to the idea of, hey, maybe they got something there, or there's something, they believe in the unknown, which is essentially what this is.
The shift, right?
Yeah.
I honestly believe that religion is no longer fulfilling people's
Correct.
feelings on their understanding, their searching.
Well, they're tired of being freaking controlled.
Right. And I think I think religions are also expanding.
Yes.
A lot of the Christianity stuff, they're really pushing more into the spiritual.
I mean, you've heard of mystic Christians, right? I mean, that's essentially what we do.
Yeah.
They believe in all of that stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah, and I think that's just the evolution of mankind. I think a lot of people are more susceptible to believing because they're all searching. Like, again, the old ways just aren't fulfilling. It's
Right.
like something more is going on.
Well, speaking of old ways, what are your thoughts on Ouija boards?
Ooh, Ouija boards. I think in a lot of ways they're bad news.
Absolutely.
I want to say my first experience with a Ouija board was. Are you having an experience?
I'm
with
okay.
A Ouija board?
I'm fine. There's just freaking bugs attacking. I'm good.
Yeah, that was a pterodactyl. It looked like.
You've seen that bug earlier. That thing was freaking huge.
That was, that's the thing that happens. When
I
you live in the
almost shot
mountains.
it. I'm just saying.
You saw me. I took a baseball bat to it. So the thing was huge. No, but Ouija board. My first experience, I want to say, was I was in a girlfriend in high school's
Here we
house.
go.
Yeah,
Here we
it
go.
always ends up with a girlfriend.
It always does.
So let's bring out the Ouija board, and there's like 4 of us, and
Is that some kind of weird sex game? Or
Well, I'm hoping not, because her dad was there. So.
Hey, wow. Well, whatever you do on your time is your deal.
It's a little strange. I was like, you're gonna have to go.
Anyway, moving on to Ouija board.
It just so happens he's a warlock, and he had his witch freaking candles out, and he had it lit, and we're doing it. And
so you weren't in the spiritual realm at this point, right? So were you like, what the fuck you talking about?
I was still sensitive, so
okay.
I was all game for it, because again, I've had this since I was a kid, so it didn't feel like it was something I didn't understand, because it's something, again, it's been in my life forever. I wanted to say I didn't know that he was a warlock. I didn't know that the candles that were lit were witches' candles. But as we started, then he said, this is my candle, I'm a warlock. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And, as a kid in high school, I'm going, yeah, there's nothing good about this. And as we were doing the Ouija board, the candle it would get really big, and then it would almost turn completely off. And it was doing that substantial.
Wow.
It went out. Nope, went back on. So it was really just doing its own thing. And again, at the same time, we were getting reactions with the Ouija board. So it was a little bit unnerving. Definitely something was there. But yeah, definitely scary.
So why do you think when everybody thinks of a Ouija board, they think demon?
Well, I think because most people that are playing with Ouija boards don't know what they're doing. And I think that there's no intention to only have pure, right? They're just going in, who's going to talk to me? Well, guess what's going to try to talk to you?
Well, I'll tell you my opinion on it. I don't, nor will I ever mess with the Ouija board. It's just my personal take on it. I just think it's bad news.
Why?
I mean, everything that I've read or researched about it, you're basically opening a doorway.
Right.
Is essentially what you're doing. Good, bad, or indifferent, you're opening a doorway, right? And you know as well as I do, when you open a doorway, anything can go through it.
Right.
Whether you have protection or not, right? Protection is there to help you or protect you, but essentially you're opening a doorway to the unknown, if you will.
Right. And I've studied a lot of mediums and their practices, and there are mediums that will use the Ouija board, and they use their intention. I'm with you. I do believe there's more opportunity for negative to come through than there is positive.
And that's what I mean by that.
And I think, again, in dealing with the individuals that are, again, your intention may be this, but again, whoever is playing may not be their intention, right? Or they're not knowing what they're doing, so their concerns and worries tend to bring up what
other things
our concerns and worries are, right? Like negative energies and opening up a door that negative things can come through. And I'm going to say more often than not, you're bringing something negative through that's going to fuck with your life.
Absolutely. and so I'd rather just not even put that into my, my universe, if you will.
Yeah. So boys and girls, why? Do you want to create that awfulness? And going back to what we talked about at the beginning of the podcast about
cornholes, and portholes,
and it just smells. Right?
So here I'm going to be a hypocrite now. I do, however, deal with pendulums.
That's different, bro.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's different, but other people's take on it might not be. But I love pendulums. I've been very blessed with the gift to use pendulums ever since I first picked up one.
Wow.
And they're awesome. They're a great tool. And you use that a lot. Tools, right?
Yeah.
It's just a tool to talk to the divine, or talk to ghosts, or talk to your higher self, if you will.
Yeah. For whatever reason, my spirits just don't like pendulums.
Is it because you're a freaking medium and you don't damn need them, or
why use a fucking crystal when you can just use the spirit?
Yeah. I mean, it goes back to what you were saying. It's a tool, and when you don't need a tool anymore, you don't use it.
Bingo. So again, it has everything to do with surrendering. So if you feel comfortable with a tool, which a pendulum works really well for you.
So go ahead. What were you saying?
I just think that, again, it takes surrender to not have a tool. Like, I'm not going to lie. When I'm doing a reading, it's really, really difficult to just let go.
Right.
And just whatever spirit has to say, it says. With a pendulum, it's a lot easier to establish yes or no. And,
Correct.
And instead of hearing a complete story, and that again, it's the ego mind, the left side of the brain wants to go. It's just it's not real.
Right. Well, I don't think ghosts are real personally.
Yeah, you mean
that's just me.
And especially when I say something and they're looking at me going, "How the frick did you know that?" Well, I don't know. Maybe your spirit, the loved one, is telling me. You know, it's just
right.
Yeah. I truly, man, this music's great. And we kind of added this to the podcast.
No, it sounds amazing, right?
Yeah.
Every time we get quiet here, let's. Ooh, it's creepy.
Oh my god, we're in the dark. I'm scared.
No, but going back to pendulums are a tool. Ouija board is a tool. Our equipment that we use is a tool. The K2 meter is a tool. The recorder's a tool. Everything's a tool, right? To establish a connection or
establish communication.
Right. Absolutely.
And that Ouija board's a prime example. I do a lot of studying on NDEs, and one of the things that I studied was. There's this person that had passed away from suicide, and her mother created this this podcast, if you will, on YouTube, and I think it's something about his name's Eric, and now he actually brings in other people from the divine space and communicates with his mom and just answers people's questions.
It's awesome.
And basically, he's helping people understand. On our side of things, him being on the divine space, teaching us like what's real and what's not. Like this is all an illusion. Everything we're living is just all about lessons.
Well, I mean, it's going back to what you just said. It's all an illusion. Going back to our last podcast, we talked about time.
Right.
Time's an illusion, and that you hit the nail on the head right there.
Right.
Sure.
Everything is an illusion, and again, we're here to learn. We're here to have the experience. We're here to make choices and reap the benefits of that choice. Or just reek of just bad decisions, right?
Right.
So, again, everything we choose and everything that we decide creates our existence, our reality at the moment. Again, I'm all about living in the moment. We always worry about what's going to happen tomorrow, and 9 out of 10 times that worry never even frickin' happens.
Right.
But again, I encourage everybody to stop worrying about tomorrow and stop worrying about what happened yesterday.
Live in the moment, man. Do it.
Far out, man. Like, wow. Like, every hippie knows that shit. You know what I mean?
And let me just say, we are not hippies. I am not a tree hugger. I like meat, and I eat meat.
I'm not going to lie to you. I may hug trees, but
I knew it. I freaking knew it. I'm looking for a new co-host starting now.
Peace. But I like meat. I'm sorry. I'm not giving up meat.
No, hey, watch how you say you like meat, okay? Yeah.
We're talking hamburgers, steak, chicken.
There you go, right? Man, this podcast went for a way big loop, right?
It went
talking
south.
About cornholes, meat, and everything crap.
We're going downhill real fast.
You know what? We just need to scrap the whole thing.
You may not hear this podcast.
But hey, guys, thanks for tuning in as always. I hope you like our conversation about portholes and whatever the hell else we talked about.
Not cornholes.
Yes. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow, and go ahead and head over to our Instagram, our YouTube, our Facebook, our Twitter, our website. Every damn thing you can think of, we're on there.
Let's get it. The new reality 11, baby.
Goodbye.
Bye.